to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Toledo Rockets, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Rockets will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Florida's offense has the ball first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
The Rockets decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. The give to the back. There he goes. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And the Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Wants to fire on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that, that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game, but this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, let's chat about Toledo. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Under fire. That pressure got to him and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it much better. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd down coming up after that completion. Off play action. Zings it complete to the right. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Cantrell. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage. Snap it to the back. He's not going to make it. defense to stop him in his tracks. The Rockets line up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll leave it with him. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna sling it on second down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Escapes trouble. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down, now here they come again. Wants to go up top. He's going to throw deep right side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rockets offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Snap to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Snags a quick pass on the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Grabbed over the middle. It's Henry. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Mills. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. He'll keep it himself. Sweet cut there. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking for a big gain. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Finds the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Rockets moving quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers. They're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They're dealing with a second and long. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Quick release by the QB. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Slater. And he's got enough for the first down, they'll mark it at the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The Rockets will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets away, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from the 36. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Louisiana Tech. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got the back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Rockets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Slater. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Toledo.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go to the counter play. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Rockets will line up to punt it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Got his man quickly. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Off play action on 1st down. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little room.
Return brings it out to the 35. And your Florida Gators will take over 1st and 10.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Toledo, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
38. Good enough.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on that second down.
And the Rockets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
The Rockets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Under fire. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Rockets will send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Reads it, fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. He lofts one down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on first and 10 from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quick shuffle pass. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Nowhere to go, the ball's loose. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3 from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. that lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Rockets will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. He'll do it himself. Quick step and go. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Oh, the attempt is no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. Makes one man miss. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Punt is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Payne. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. Takes the easy one to the back. On the move at the 30. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. I mean, just have a day already. He's right on the cusp of 500 yards through the air.
And I know he did an outstanding job all week long in practice, watching film and taking every rep seriously and personally on the practice field building up to this one because he's barely made any mistakes today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Rockets offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Rockets will punt this one away. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nestles it in at the 35. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Find some fresh air.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They boot it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Right on the money. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Cantrell. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going, but now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.